All right, everyone, this is the demo for the Bear Paw. You're going to get the baggie that says Bear Paw. If that is the one you've chosen, you need glue sticks or glue bottle. You're going to need scissors, good scissors, and you're going to need a pencil. What you want to do is get these out and be very careful because there are some very small pieces in this Bear Paw design. And they all say BP on them, which is for Bear Paw. So if you get them lost or they get confused in another bag, then you know that they belong really to the Bear Paw. You're going to need the small triangles, a large and a medium triangle, as well as 3 pieces of paper for your different colors of your concentric shapes. I went with values, so I'm going with a monochromatic color scheme. That means different shades or tints of one color. So I have my dark purple, my medium magenta, and my light pink. I'm going to start with my dark purple, and I'm going to go ahead and do the first version, the biggest concentric shape of your design. So I'm going to go to the corner, making sure I'm not wasting any paper, holding my tracer down really tight so it's not slipping around on me. And then I'm going to do my small square. And there's 3 of these, so you don't really need more than one, which means that you could sit with a neighbor or someone in the room who's also doing Bear Paw, and you guys could share this. I do have multiple baggies of Bear Paw, but you could just share with someone, which would be fine with me too. As long as you're working, that's all that matters. All right, and you're gonna need 16 of these small triangles. Now, I don't want you to freak out on me because we do not have to make the triangles concentric. I know we need to make the small square and the big square concentric, but the small triangles, we're going to leave them one solid color. And it'll look really nice when we have the finished design already and glued together. So it's going to take a couple minutes to do this. Okay, so now I've cut my 16 small triangles, my large and my small square for the Bear Paw. So I'm going to simply put them in my baggie. Okay, when you get your baggie with your name on it, you'll get one so that you can keep all your pieces together before you put them all on your black paper. All right, any extra little scraps like this, just go in the recycling bin. Anything as big as that will go either to your neighbors that need it or just in the colored scrap boxes that belong. This belongs in the cool bin because it's purple. I'm going to go into my next value color, and I don't really need the little triangles anymore, so I can simply, because I only need one color of those, I'm going to simply put them in the Bear Paw bag for safekeeping. I will, however, still need the small square and the large square. I'm going to trace my large square to create my second colored concentric shape. Remember, concentric means shape inside of the same shape. So in order to do that, we need to trace the first shape. Then, using a little trick, you can use a ruler or you can just simply draw it free-handed. I'm going to just on the inside draw a smaller version. Make sure you get all 4 lines on there and a smaller version of my small square. If you don't like how imperfect it is with your handwriting, just freehanding it, then of course use that ruler. Nice straight edge with that ruler. I'm going to cut out my small, and each time you cut out a new piece, make sure that you add it to your baggie so that it doesn't get knocked off or bumped off by an elbow or a hand or whatever air. Sometimes someone just comes by and it brushes it off the table. So you want to make sure everything is straight in your baggie as soon as you cut it out. That way you don't lose any precious pieces. All right, I'm going to cut this one out, and there's my second layer. Easy peasy. All right, then I'm going to put this again in the scrap box. So I'm now seeing that something I forgot to do was I forgot to do 4 of these large squares. So I'm going to go back and do that, because sometimes even teachers are forgetful. We make mistakes too. It's not a big deal. Don't feel so bad if you make a mistake, because guess what? So do I. All right, I'm going to make 4 of these. So really I have 1 already, so I just need to make an additional 3. I'm going to go back through, cut these out really nicely, taking my time, using my nice sharp scissors. If you don't have big scissors, you always can borrow them from the 4th and 5th grade box that Miss Carr has. All right, and this will ensure I have all my pieces. This is also, it's essential that you have that practice sheet with you so that you can see exactly how the design should look. All right, there we go. I have all of those cut. I do have my 16, so I don't need to worry about that. My 1 little square. And I'm going to use, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the first one I drew, and I'm now going to make 3 additional, using that as my new tracing shape, my new stencil, which actually makes them all concise and makes it a little more consistent. So you have the same sizes. You don't have all these weird sizes of squares and triangles and such. All right, so, oh, I need 1 more, but I'll go ahead and cut these out. Again, I'm gonna add, anytime I cut them out, putting them in my baggie or on my pile. And your baggie is best, so they don't blow away, get knocked off. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my extra 3 out of here. I need to trace 1 more. And again, I'm staying at the side that I'm cutting out, so I'm not wasting paper all around. Make sure you stick to one side. It's going to be the most beneficial for everyone in the room and save the planet a little bit, because I won't be wasting paper. Always good to reduce, reuse, recycle. All right, so there we go. All right, now I'm going to put that in the scrap box. That will go in the, again, in the cool bin. This will go in the warm bin because it's pink and it goes closely to red. So my last step is going to be using my medium concentric shape, and I'm going to create my 3rd and final small concentric shape. So I'm simply going to trace, and then I'm going to draw a smaller square inside of it, or use my ruler, whatever you prefer. I'm going to go ahead and cut out that small shape so that I can use it again as a stencil for my 3rd concentric shape on my squares. I'm going to go right against the line here so not wasting any paper. And 1, 2, 3 cuts, and look at that, you have your 4 concentric shapes. There's your bear paw, and you need to put that in your baggie, have your name on it, and I will show you how to attach it to your black on the next video.